That in the state of Michigan there is some legislation going through Lansing regarding cryptocurrency, and we are fortunate to have Alex Merrick here. He is a Bitcoin political expert. Now that is very specific, and he is working with State Rep Steve Carey, right? Cara. State Rep Steve Cara, good job, on crafting legislation in the state of Michigan. So we're lucky to have Alex Merrick, a specialist on legislation for Bitcoin. Thank you for joining us, and looking forward
My pleasure.
to just hit this arrow here when you want to go.
Thank you, everyone, for allowing me to speak. So last year and also going forward, I've been working with Representative Steve Cara in making some pro-Bitcoin legislation. But before going to that legislation, I want to introduce to you the concept of a central bank digital currency. Anyone has heard of a central bank digital currency before? Okay, we have a decent amount in the room. But if you don't, these are really scary. Luke mentioned about money always changing over time. It was like the British pound and the US dollar. Like, what is next? Hopefully it's Bitcoin. But however, the powers at B are really trying to push a central bank digital currency. Central bank digital currency is a form of a country's fiat currency, which is like the US dollar, that is also a claim on the central bank. Instead of printing the money, the central bank issues electronic coins in an account backed in full faith of the government. Do we have faith in the government to back the money? No. Me neither. And so there's a lot of scary things that they could do with a central bank digital currency where, let's say you didn't have the right vaccine or something. They could say, hey, that Medicare, Medicaid, we're going to not give you the full benefit because you're not vaccinated, because they have access to your bank account. They just pull the money or charge you something else. Or let's say, hey, you are eating way too much red meat. We are going to directly tax your federal bank account and pull the money right out because you're eating too much meat. Or let's say you are on social media, you post something not politically correct, they'll just freeze your account because they would have direct access to your money in a central bank digital currency. And scary fact again is over 100+ countries in the world, basically like half of them, are either researching, developing, or piloting a CBDC. So this is going on in the background. Hopefully not more of that won't come in the future. But one thing in this pro-Bitcoin bill that I've been working with Representative Cara on is that so some of it is the government can't accept CBDC, whether that's like for taxes or payments. Second thing is that a government in the state of Michigan, whether that is at the state level, county level, local level, couldn't force people to actually use a CBDC. And finally, any government in the state of Michigan can't advocate for the testing, adoption, or implementation of a CBDC. And then the next part is specifically the Bitcoin portion of the Digital Asset Act. First off, it gives everyone the right to use Bitcoin and other digital assets. Secondly, it protects the right to have a digital asset wallet, hardware wallet. Third is you can't put a special tax on, hey, you use Bitcoin, you get a special 10% penalty, you can't have any special taxes. Second one is right to home mining. Mining is the thing or the technology scene right here that Luke mentioned. They use a lot of energy, so they are really critical to have miners even at the local level, like at your home, or even at businesses, to mine the Bitcoin. And really, if you can protect the right to mine businesses, you could attract these mining businesses to come to your state. There's a lot of benefits of that. I'm not going to go into why it's good to have mining in Michigan. Another point is the treating mining businesses as a data center. I mean, at the end of the day, Bitcoin miners are just storing data just like data centers like Google, Amazon, et cetera, but it's decentralized. It's not this a little differently. Another thing is right to run a node. So Luke mentioned that the Bitcoin network couldn't be hacked by Putin. It couldn't be hacked by China. It can't be tampered with by any source. These nodes are the police that is ensuring the code is strong and no one is hacking into the network. Nodes are extremely critical in the network, and being able to run a node is very important to protect the network. And finally, miners and node operators are not liable for blockchain transactions. So that's a lot on the bill that I mentioned about CBDC and digital assets. And in this current legislative session, they've been really trying to pull it out, trying to pull out some of the key parts of that bill. One example is House Bill 4085. Representative Posthumous was focusing mainly on attracting those Bitcoin businesses to Michigan, so he just only wanted to focus on that. And ultimately, this year, expect more crypto bills to come with Representative Carr and other representatives at the state level, and sign up for the Grand New Party PAC to get updates. And overall, this Bitcoin wave is happening all across the USA at a state level. Over 30 plus states have introduced pro-Bitcoin laws. You got Michigan covered up as well. I would say the bill that I worked on with Representative Carra was one of the most comprehensive out of all the bills in the USA. So very happy for that one. And another big thing is that I would say about half of those 30 have came since Trump really endorsed Bitcoin, and also since Trump got elected. So the Bitcoin community is very thankful for President Trump being accepted and open to Bitcoin. And it's very exciting to be in the space, and looking forward to working with Representative Carr and other legislative to make Michigan a orange state. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Alex Merrick, good job, and very exciting to hear that the state of Michigan is on board with all this.